Reaction of the Uttar Pradesh government coming in on Vikas Dubey's arrest. Deputy CM KP Maurya says it is the fear of the UP police that the gangster was running away to Haryana and to Madhya Pradesh, and he had to finally face a situation like surrender. That's the reaction coming in. Let's listen in. Okay, in fact, what we are going to do right now is play out that entire sequence of Vikas Dubey's arrest. Remember, there is a situation where the gangster actually declared his identity, and following that, he was nabbed. Let's quickly listen into that.
मैं विकास दुबे हूँ कानपुर वाला। आवाज नहीं। मैं विकास दुबे हूँ कानपुर वाला। आवाज नहीं। मैं विकास दुबे हूँ कानपुर वाला। आवाज नहीं।
Well, so in fact, right now we must listen into what the reaction is to this arrest. And the first reaction that we have got is from the UP government on Vikas Dubey's arrest. This is coming in from Deputy CM KP Maurya. He says it is the fear of the UP police that forced the gangster to flee from the state to other states and finally forced him to surrender. Let's listen.
देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश के सबसे खूंखार और सबसे अधिक जिसके ऊपर इनाम घोषित किया गया था 5 लाख रुपए का, और 8 पुलिस के हमारे अधिकारी और जवानों का हत्यारा विकास दुबे निश्चित तौर से आज मध्य प्रदेश के उज्जैन से गिरफ्तार हुआ है। उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस ने ज़बरदस्त परिश्रम किया। उसके गैंग के कई बड़े बड़े अपराधी गिरफ्तार भी हुए हैं, कई मुठभेड़ में मारे भी गए हैं। और यह उत्तर प्रदेश की पुलिस का डर है कि उसको कभी हरियाणा भाग करके जा रहा है तो कभी मध्य प्रदेश भाग करके जा रहा है, और उसे उत्तर प्रदेश से बाहर जा कर के समर्पण करने जैसी स्थिति का सामना उसने किया है। मैं यह मानता हूं कि कानून के शिकंजे में उसको कसा जाएगा। कठोर से कठोर दंड दिलाने की जो एक कानून सम्मत व्यवस्था है वो की जाएगी, और ऐसा खूंखार कुकृत्य कभी कोई दूसरा उत्तर प्रदेश की धरती पर करने का दुस्साहस न करे, इसके लिए सभी जरूरी कदम उठाए जाएंगे। और मैं उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस को भी बधाई देता हूं और मध्य प्रदेश सरकार और वहां की पुलिस को धन्यवाद देता हूं।
Ayushman joining us live now. So Ayushman, that's the reaction from the UP government. So quite clearly they are trying to project this as a success for the police force, whereas from the circumstances that we saw, in fact, the footage clearly revealed that he was a man who was declaring himself, saying, I am Vikas Dubey from Kanpur, and that is when the police closed in on him.
Yes, probably Afrida Keshav Prasad Maurya failed to use the word fear in front of failure. He should have used failure of Uttar Pradesh police. He used fear of Uttar Pradesh police. Clearly, it's a failure of Uttar Pradesh police that a person who was having a reward money of 5 lakh rupees and he kept conning the Uttar Pradesh police for about 7 days. If you see, 3 days he was there in Kanpur. He got inputs from the inside of the police forces. Before the raid, he used to evade. He traveled all the way from Kanpur to Faridabad, from Faridabad to Ujjain, about 1200 kilometers journey. He did this on his own along with his men. Could the UP police was was present in Faridabad could not nab him. They kept on focusing on NCR. They raided the locations, could not nab him. That is not a fear of Uttar Pradesh police. It's the failure of Uttar Pradesh police that has been clearly exposed. And he also mentioned a term where he said that Atma Samarpan jaisi sthiti. That clearly means that even the Deputy CM recognizes the fact that Vikas Dubey in fact surrendered. Now that is something which the UP's top police officials are not commenting upon, Frida, but it is a very important fact, and it clearly outlines the kind of machinery that is involved in Uttar Pradesh police, where the insiders are giving information to Vikas Dubey, gangster, and that person is not nabbed in Uttar Pradesh or by the Uttar Pradesh police. He goes on to Madhya Pradesh, and there the state police nabs him.
Yes, so what you're saying, Ayushman, is important. You're saying that the government is conceding it's a surrender. What it is not conceding is that there is complicity at the level of the police. Now, from all the accounts that we have from the reporters on ground, and in fact from police sources, I mean, looking at the account that we got from the slain cop Devendra Mishra, it's amply clear that the police was acting in collusion and connivance with the gangsters. Why is it that the UP government has failed to acknowledge that part?
Well, Afrida, even if you go through the statements of few of the relatives of policemen who have died, they are clearly seeking answers from UP government as to why the connivance of UP police officials is still being kept as a secret, why people like Vinay Tiwari, who helped Vikas Dubey escaping from the raid locations and constantly kept him helping in manage to outsmart the police during raid, are not behind bars, and why our people are not being exposed. This is something which the UP government need to understand and accept, that there is a failure which has taken place in the first place. If you don't accept that there is a failure, you can keep boasting about your forces, but the point which is very pertinent to mention here is it's a complete embarrassment from UP police. They kept on hunting for a man whose prize money was getting increased with every passing day, and he was nabbed in other state, and that too he was not nabbed, he was handed over by a security guard to the police officials. This speaks volumes of the failure of the Uttar Pradesh police, Afrida.
Absolutely. Here was one man and an entire force pitted against him. He managed to brutally massacre 8 cops, and yet the government doesn't seem to be acknowledging that the police force is heavily compromised and deeply corrupt in UP. Thanks for joining us.